We've just had our 5th birthday with Yuck Circus. For those of you who don't know us, we're like an all-female circus company, keen on like championing the female voice across live performance. So when we first created this company, it was a point in our careers where we didn't quite see how we fit in the industry. We didn't really see a space for us. So me and a couple of friends banded together. We created this company that, you could be on stage, take up space, be funny, be different body shapes and sizes, and just have a really fun time. I started circus when I was 11, so I've been training since then. That's probably about 15, 16 years now. I wanted to be a marine biologist at one point. I feel like a lot of circus performers do. But it kind of got to the point, end of high school, of like, well, I'm making money and I'm touring and I'm teaching and I've got community in this art form, so let's just make it a job. We started like mid 2018, but we started actually performing our shows like 2019. Emerging artists, emerging female performers, emerging art forms. I guess just don't be discouraged if you don't see yourself in the industry necessarily. Like, I reckon just, see if you can pave that way yourself, or find friends you can rely on to kind of provide the opportunity for yourself. So we're from all kind of corners of Australia. I'm from Broome myself. I've got girls who are from Mullumbimby and Wollongong and all that kind of stuff. So we tour with a cast of 6 usually. And as far as shows, look, I don't even know. We've got 5 touring shows at the moment, and I would say we've probably collectively done a couple of 100 performances. We've just come off the back of a pretty big season in Adelaide, and so to come into a development is like, it's quite taxing. It's not like we've just been like on a holiday and we get to come together and like play and do lots of stuff. For us, we've got shows next weekend, and then we've got a month long of a new show all of April. And so for us to we just need to come in and do the job these 2 weeks, make sure we are safe, make sure that we're doing cool stuff. Between, we're touring to international stages, we're doing large festivals, but we also get to come home and teach regionally and remotely, both like outreach to Indigenous communities, but also like in town to a whole mix of different diverse people and abilities and, all that kind of stuff, ages and that sort of thing. For us, it's just really cemented in giving back. Like, when we were kids, we had those opportunities and we were able to build careers like this. And so for us to be able to go home or go to a new community or a new space and kind of bring that energy as well and just try foster the new community, that's what we want. Fingers crossed, we don't have too much going on. We just look after our bodies as best we can, and we perform skills that we're comfortable with, not skills that push us past the limit. Luckily for us, we have some incredible spaces like this circus school that we're currently at, like Circus WA, Theatre Kimberley, all that kind of stuff that are teaching the next generation so that when they do become professional level, we'll be able to integrate them into the cast. Yeah, it's core to our company, but also me as an artist. Like, I've grown up in a regional remote area, and so without providing those opportunities in community, it's like, how can you keep that wheel turning? The hardest part about traveling, for me, it's jet lag. I really struggle, especially when it's only like a couple of hours different. Like, you just go to Adelaide or you just go to Melbourne, and it's that 3 hours where you're like up at 3 a.m. and sleeping till 12, like just getting a rhythm happening. But we have a pretty solid crew, so we're there to support each other, even if it's a different city or a different country. We're there to do the job and have a good time and connect with community while we're there as well. Yeah, well, I don't think you can complain when you cartwheel for a living, it's a tough job. The arts industry is really hard. Like, I'm sure a lot of you guys would have heard, and you're in the same boat as well, of like, it's hard to get funding, it's hard to make it a full-time career, and it's hard to kind of pave the way for it to be a sustainable career without risking super and risking all that stuff. Plus, just as an independent company, the amount of admin that you have to do to keep it all happening, that's all really hard. But at the end of the day, you get to be on stage in front of 100 or 1,000 people. You get to travel the world. I think that's a lot better than an office job or labouring or whatever. It's pretty good. Our standout moment, I would say, would be us winning the Martin Sims. It was our first ever season of the show in 2019 when we first started. And for us to win such a large award, it's the top tier, it's the biggest award you can get at Fringe. To be recognised in that way, especially when you're first beginning, is just really an exceptional experience. Just validates everything that you're doing and that you're able to keep doing what you're doing because people think it's cool. The awards are incredible because you're recognised by your peers, and so that in itself is a pretty exciting concept. It also just does really well to validate the show for people who have no idea about us. They kind of see it face value, like, oh, Yuck Circus, oh, it's a female circus, like, I'm not sure. And then you can see all the stars and see all the awards. It's like, okay, it's a legitimate thing and it's something that you can rely on, hopefully, being good, because across the industry, people have agreed that it's a nice time. So, I mean, I guess like our first big award was the Martin Sims, which is the like top tier award at Fringe World here in Perth. We got that. We weren't even like 2 months old with the company by then. So for us to get such a huge award on literally our first ever Fringe season, I think it was just a pivotal moment where we'd started this company, like not quite sure where we fit, not sure if people want to see this sort of stuff, and to win such a huge award and be like, I guess kind of validated of like, okay, cool, we do have a space here and what we've done is good, and it just means we can run with it and we don't have to kind of question, like what we're making. Freo Street Arts is a fantastic festival. For those of you who don't know it, it's here in Fremantle over Easter weekend. It's free, you just rock up and you come and see something, or you wander around and you might be able to see something completely different that you never expected. It's a street festival, so if you really like what you see, chuck $5, chuck $20 in the hat, beat your card. Everyone's got square readers now, so you kind of give what you want to what you receive. And for us, we'll be performing throughout the whole weekend a new version of our show, a street version of the show. We're just really excited to get down there. I think the most important part about Yuck would just be like, not so much like what we represent, but being able to be on stage and like demonstrate what a female body can do, show that we're strong and show that we're funny, that we hope that an audience member when they come to see us can kind of feel that way about themselves as well.